Hello there, my name is Maribel Manager, and I am here with Mr. Leuthero, aka used to be Matt Ryan, but this is a man who has been making his name out there in the electronic music, in the EDM community so far, and also let me tell you right here right now, congratulations on the song Our Crimes with Micah Martin, already released on Proximity. Already got some love from Blake. Oh my gosh, what an amazing first start it is for this branding of Leuthero. I'm so freaking proud of you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me on. And excited to be in New York, excited to be here.
To perform in Manifest, already created by Help by Radiate and Synchro events, which I have seen and talked to before a few times before. They held up for Nicodemus, they held up for Ruvlo, for Rublo, and they have been doing such incredible work, like making events in the NYC area. So I'm so happy they chose you to be brought in with Jenga, with Shishi, with other incredible artists who I've met before, like Lightweight, NRG, Sonus, and I think also the Festival for Nestor are doing back-to-back with Mosh Queen, What the Freak. But dude, this is about you, and thank you so much for just blessing us with your incredible music. First off, we have to ask this question. You told me a little bit about this, but let's ask you again. Why the branding from Matt Ryan to Leuthero?
Sure, so kind of the main reason is I wanted to take myself personally, I guess, out of the project. I wanted to separate myself from the music. And I mentioned, after a ton of months of searching for a name and something that I really wanted to settle on, I found this word LeutheroMania, which means the intense desire for freedom. And I'm obviously not going to go by LeutheroMania on stage. So I said, all right, how can I make this shorter? How can I kind of optimize this? And I came up with Leuthero from that. And that kind of stands for, what I stand for is like never being stagnant in life, kind of always moving forward, always pushing on.
So you didn't want to also feel free in your project either?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And just have like creative freedom. And that's one thing, is like I just like making the music that I want to make. I don't really look to see what other people are doing or like, oh, what's really gonna hit. I just make stuff that makes me feel something, which is, I think that's really important. That's really important for me in my creative process.
Right. Which also, I feel like that a little bit that should be important to anyone who wants to become their own artist, like wants to create what they want to create. They shouldn't be afraid to like be themselves, and of course have that creative freedom. Don't let anything or anyone try and hold you back from achieving what you want to achieve and what you want to create. But even though you said you're not trying to like follow or like copy anybody in the community or wherever, or any people that maybe have inspired you to want to do this DJ thing?
Has anyone inspired me? Yeah, definitely. So I mean, going back a long time ago, I was into electronic music, like early high school. Skrillex, huge inspiration. Actually, one of my kind of neighbors, Vanek, I used to listen to Vanek a lot of trappy stuff.
Vanek was your neighbor?
Well, now, because he also lives in Denver. So, yeah. So Vanek, he's not my neighbor, but, we're in the same area.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of those artists back then really inspired me, but I never started making music until late 2018. I kind of fell in and out of love with electronic music. I kind of rediscovered it in 2018, listening to a lot of Martin Garrix, a lot of Avicii. That's kind of when I started this. Seriously, that's kind of when I got into it, and started making progressive house. I made a ton of absolutely terrible music, and I went to go see a show in 2019, and that really inspired me. And I said, I really want to.
And that show was?
My name's Ascend Tour. Yeah, I was really inspired by like the whole production and the music and all that. And I'm like, damn, like the feeling that I felt when I saw him perform was like, I want to give that back to other people. I want to make someone else feel the way that I did, and that really inspired me to grinding really hard.
So what was it
making
like?
music.
So was it like the music that took you away? Was it like the visuals, like the scale of the stage when
It was so
performing?
it was like the scale of the whole thing. I think it was so.
Where, like was it like
big
in
and-
like a large stadium? Was it like in like a large venue? Where was this?
It was so this was in the Songus Center in Lowell, Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts,
So
okay.
it was a very big arena, and yeah, everything from the pyro and obviously the music to the the whole production, the lighting, the lasers, everything was I thought was so incredible. I'm like, this is amazing. I'd love to maybe I should start really trying to mess around with music, see what I can create. And yeah, it definitely took a while to kind of like develop my sound and everything, but I'm definitely feeling more confident now in my abilities, and but yeah, that's kind of how it started.
That is amazing, and I'm so happy that someone again like Skrillex, Martin Garrix, Vanek, Avicii, Millennium, they've all been like inspiring like your sound and like wanting and like really like wanting to kickstart everything and gear to like create stuff and make stuff that you really want to make. I'm so happy for that. So when you like saw the show of Ascend for Millennium, and this is when like you started to like start making music from as Matt Ryan, right?
Yeah.
So when it began, how did you like feel like you got the hang of it, or you feel like you had to like really find your sound or like find something that really stuck with you in your creations?
Yeah, so it definitely took a while to find it because like I started with like progressive house. I started that kind of genre, and then it was a lot of just messing around with different sounds and production styles, I guess, and kind of seeing what works for me. What works for me best. It was a lot of trial and error. That's the best way I can put it. A lot of trial and error. A lot of YouTube videos. Learning. Like I just tried to learn as much as I could. Always. Whether I was watching YouTube videos in college classes. So as much as I can do.
As much as you could take, and I'm so happy that like what you've learned and the knowledge you tried to gain is already being put into good use. But is there any like big achievement so far in your career, no matter if it was like as Leuthero or as Matt Ryan, that like made you think, oh my gosh, this is amazing, I can't believe that they saw what I'm able to make and they love it. Like was there like those moments where it's like it was almost like a excited but surreal moment, like this could be something I could do and make into something bigger?
Yeah, so honestly, I was always very confident. I'm big on like manifesting. Like if I get into something, I'll really sink my teeth into it and like work as hard as I can to make that happen. But really, when I got the email from Blake from Proximity of like, we love this song, we'd love to release it on Proximity, that was like, okay, it feels good to be. I mean, the music industry is tough.
And would you mind talking more about that particular song?
Sure, yeah. So that song. So
this is Proximity. This is with Micah Martin, and he's already done some incredible work with other amazing producers like Zomboy and Dion Timmer. I mean, I'm just naming a few, and Jaws, and Kayzo too.
Yeah.
So can you explain that more about that?
Absolutely. So Micah is awesome to work with. So he's such a great guy. He's so funny. So I reached out to him like over a year ago, I'd say. I would say a year and 3 months. And I just had a short demo. I sent it to him. It was kind of in a style, had a lot of like guitars, and he really liked it. Worked on it for next 4 months. Song took a while. It went through a ton of different changes. There was 2 drops in it. And then I decided to put that
third
middle,
drop.
Yep, I decided to put that middle heavy drop in it as well. And then it was a bunch of just tweaking. I was never satisfied on the song. And then I actually remixed it down, remastered the whole thing, and then we pitched it out again. Because actually the first time we pitched it, it didn't really get any bites. I was super bummed about it because it was my favorite song at the time. So I gave it a mix down again. I remastered it and we pitched it for the second time, and sent it to Proximity. We sent it to some other labels as well, and Blake got back to us, and he really liked it. And he was like, "Yep, we'd love to sign it." And then 3 months later, we got the release date for it, and it's finally out. Very, very happy that the song is finally out. It was a long time coming. So.
And I'm so happy that it's finally released. Again, thank you so much, Blake, in Proximity, for seeing the power in Leuthero and giving him this chance to be in your incredible, huge, following and family of Proximity. I'm just, again, so proud of you, Blake, for all that you made, and so proud of you, Leuthero, for letting him, showing him what you got, and him absolutely adoring it. So I have to ask this, why is this called Our Crimes? And I know this was made in a moment in time where you were very uncertain about what you wanted to make, what you wanted to do, and so you making this powerful yet emotional song here. Is there a story to this, or we just want to pour something out onto this particular song?
Yeah, so sort of what you said, it kind of came from a time of a little bit of uncertainty, because it was right after college. I was still at home. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do. All I knew was I had to I wanted to make a big change. I wanted to move somewhere else, kind of get out of my comfort zone.
So I know from somewhere else to moving to Denver, like you said.
Yeah, exactly. And I always say when you get out of your comfort zone, a lot of times, you grow from that. And I'm I felt like I had to do it. I had to move and get out of my comfort zone. And and that song was kind of wraps all that up. And it's very introspective. And so at the time, it kind of grew because we went back and forth over vocals for a little bit, and then I was like, all right, Micah, this is kind of what I'm thinking about here, and we went back and forth a few times, and we're like, all right, I really like this. We really liked what he came up with, and we're like, all right, let's run with it. So kind of basic. That's how we. That's kind of how we came up with.
Was this a song when you were creating it? You said yourself you just had to bring Micah Martin in this, or you were worried he would reject it or something like that? Because I know he's a pretty amazing vocalist. So for him, it was kind of amazing to see him in this particular song. But it was did you mean think, oh yeah, Micah is the vocalist for the job to make this really stand out?
I did. So right as I made the demo, it was very short. I had a guitar loop. I had some of the intro drums in it, and I'm like, this would sound really good with someone who has a little raspier, rocky voice, and I'm like, I think Mike would be awesome for this. And I wasn't managed at the time, so I reached out. To his manager. I sent him the demo, and Mike was like, I love this. I think it would work perfectly. I think the sound fits really well with his voice. He thought the same, and that's how that. So I knew Micah would be fantastic. He would be a fantastic.
Any song that's your favorite from him? Besides Our Crimes, are there any songs really you absolutely loved him in?
Songs. So I loved him in. He did a song with Jaws. I'm blanking on the name, but I really liked that. And then the tune with.
I think we're talking about Forever.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So that was kind of
released on Bite This.
It was kind of an old school dubstep-y song. I really like that. So that's definitely one of my favorite tunes. And he continues to pump out fantastic music. So yeah, he's so talented. Such a great guy. He's such an awesome guy.
So again, thank you so much, Micah Martin, for working with Leuthero and really making Our Crimes absolutely freaking shine. If I may throw my little hat in the ring, I was my first song from him besides Our Crimes, which is my brand new favorite. It would have to be a tie between Freaking Holy with Kayzo and Slander, which is my first introduction to Micah Martin in the first time ever, hearing his vocal work in Monster Cats, which was Holy, Kayzo and Slander, absolutely freaking incredible. And then on par with that, Never Be the Same with William Black, absolutely freaking amazing. Absolutely loved the way I was able to still keep a rock vibe to it, but still make it so melodic. And Micah Martin, you're absolutely freaking incredible. Thank you so freaking much for that. We truly, truly, truly appreciate you. Now, I have to ask this: did any some of the stuff that you learned from Matt Ryan moved into Leuthero? Because I feel if we listen to Our Crimes, I can compare that to a few other songs that I've heard from the Matt Ryan stage, where I heard some of the feels and almost talents from that. I would say, for example, one particular song had to be that I thought, oh my gosh, it's almost kind of similar. Not technically similar, but kind of. It would have to be Tied to Me.
Yeah, okay, so I was actually thinking of that too. So Matt Ryan was like a huge kind of growing stage for me. I experimented with a bunch of different sounds. And after I put out Tied to Me, I love that song. And kind of some of the drums that I used in there, even though they were not kind of, the production wasn't really what I would like it to be.
Where you would like it to be, but it was also amazing. Let's not throw some shit at Tied to Me. It's also amazing too. I mean, it's also written in through here first. Yep. It's quite amazing.
I appreciate that. I'm playing that tonight.
Thank God.
I'm playing that tonight. Yeah, so I actually used a bunch of the drums from Tied to Me in Our Crimes, and a few aspects, whether it be effects or some of the drums in that. I try to keep that a similar vibe. I mean, very different songs, right? But have a similar vibe to it. Kind of how the guitar sounds, the drums in it. So yeah, I tried to. Tied to Me was kind of a pivoting song for me, a pivotal song for me.
Nice.
In terms of like learning how to reuse some of the sounds that I like and some of my and some of my new music that I have coming out.
Right.
But yeah.
Understood. So now I have that question too, because I think this kind of next to like being in proximity and those like Blake, you also know this. We mentioned his name once a bit already by another incredible producer as well. How did it feel being noticed by freaking Kayzo and him absolutely loving your amazing replay mix with him and Whales and already putting all these in SoundCloud? How did that feel?
Yeah. So that was really cool. So that was my first. That was my first little, so that song got co-signed, and he ran a competition. Winner played, I think it was at Imagine Festival. I think it was at Imagine, but he was going to support and co-sign a few other songs other than that. And yeah, I made that song. That song came together pretty fast, and very punk rocky, rock and roll. The drop is like all guitars. And yeah, I made that in, I don't know, a few weeks, sent it in, and then got a notification. It was Kayzo co-signed a track on Audius, and then supported it. He supported me after that remix, and that was really cool. That was a big confidence booster. It's like, it's cool to be on the radar with some of these bigger artists, starting. I didn't start producing. I haven't been producing for 10 years. I'm really starting to get my foot in the game, and to start getting noticed by some of these bigger artists is definitely really cool.
So could there possibly be like a chance where if Kayzo does like let's say another tour? I mean, his New Breed album's already out. Could there be a chance he may, I don't know, if he comes to Denver, Colorado, he may put you in as one of the people to support it?
I hope so. That would be pretty cool. Well, we'll definitely try to make that happen. I would love to support him.
I would more than happily be a catalyst for it, because he already follows me on Twitter. I can easily say, if you want me to put him in, I would love to see him perform. Like, if he comes to NYC again, if you guys go to Colorado, please bring Leuthero in there. I've been a big fan of Kayzo for years, and I know he loves supporting the little guys out there. I mean, he already had his own label, Welcome Records, so he's kind of skilled in picking certain artists who are actually doing his incredible work. So the audience is just isn't enough for Leuthero. I need more people to know the name that is Leuthero, and I think someone as amazing as Kayzo, heck, even Whales, can truly skyrocket.
Yeah. That was I like that song a lot, and I think Kayzo's an incredible artist, and that would be so great. That would be fantastic. So Kayzo, an incredible opportunity.
Kayzo, if you are seeing this, please remember this face, remember the name, remember this face, this beautiful face right here. But I have to ask this question now, which is, we mentioned a few ideas about Leuthero and all the stuff you're doing now, but what's next? What could be next for Leuthero, if you want to tell us?
Yeah, sure. So
but don't tell us too much. I know. We've been saying this a lot. I've been saying this a lot. We don't say too much, but just this can't be this can't be like it for Leuthero. There has to be
Oh,
more.
no,
Is there?
no, there's definitely. There's a lot more. I have a ton of new music that I have right now and currently working on. Just trying to get my name out there. Play more shows for sure. But yeah, I'm really excited about the new music, and I'll be playing a few new songs that I have tonight, which I love. Like I really love the direction that kind of my sound is going in, and yeah. So yep,
So
got a bunch of new music. We're just trying to find some homes for them right now.
Well,
but really
hopefully,
excited for it.
hopefully in New York City it can be one of your homes where, like, your music is always welcome to be played in subwoofers everywhere.
Yep, oh, I hope so.
Hopefully, but now I had to ask this. I mean, since you are like a rising artist and you've only been in the game for like a few years, well, how to ask this? Let's say you mentioned this a little bit. Well, it's this: if you could choose, if let's say you had your own headline show, or heck, your own even headline like festival, what we'll call LeutheroMania. Because, like, well, who would you want to bring? Are there any artists that you've been listening to that you were absolutely floored by? You want to, like, bring them into your show if you were the headliner, if it was your name.
Okay, so yeah, if it was my name, it would probably be all the artists that inspired me, and then all of my friends. That kid right behind me, Nicodemus, 110%, he'd be there. Jesse and Hayden, the Friend Zone guys. Yeah, everyone who's helped me along the way.
Oh, friends, Jesse and Hayden, they're Friend Zone.
Yep, they are. Yep.
Well, thank you so much, Friend Zone, for also letting this guy remix one of your songs. Absolutely freaking incredible. Thank you so much, 99 Lives. And keep on going.
Yep. Yeah, so I guess all my friends who've one supported me, inspired me, and then all the big name artists who inspired me over the years. That would be, I know, obviously, big inspiration would be Millennium. Who else? I can't even think. I can't even come up with the top of my mind right now.
You got time.
Yeah, God, who? Talented artist. Kayzo would be amazing. Lenny would be amazing. I think Mirko's doing incredible things.
Mirko?
Who else? Yeah, I don't know. Those guys off the top of my head right now. But yeah, I think that would be a ton of fun. It'd be a ton of fun if I could run my own festival.
Or even run your own show.
Yeah, I was gonna say even my own show. That would be great.
That would be amazing too, and I hope that like those guys, those big name guys, will see the beauty that is Leuthero. I mean, we already have the looks of Kayzo and everyone else, but yeah, I mean, Millennium has to be next. Nurko has to be next. Heck, it'll be absolutely amazing. And since Proximity is such a big like community, I have a feeling that so many artists who work there will obviously know your name too, and I hope that can open more doors for you and everything that you're doing. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for all that you do and all that you're making. And I know that tonight in Manifest, you're absolutely going to just destroy it out there. I just know you're going to do it absolutely freaking amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you so much, Leuthero, for all that you're doing, all that you're making. Know that you definitely have a fan in me and a fan in so many other artists out there who are seeing the beauty in you. I see the beauty in you, and more people need to understand how incredible that you are. And may I please, if it's okay, Maribel! Get over here right now. You know I had to do this. I give my love in this show right now. I give my love to everybody in the team with Leuthero. Everyone,
oh no,
this is for you. Everyone, meet Maribel, the manager of Leuthero. I have to ask this question to you as well before we shut this down. What made you get lured to Leuthero, and what made him such an amazing artist that you had to manage? Like, I gotta take this man under my wing.
So it's really a funny story. So he actually DM'd me on Twitter, and he wasn't even asking for a manager or anything. But I checked out his music, and I fell in love with his music, and I saw the passion and the talent, and I was like, I gotta take him on.
Yep, history from there. She's been the best manager ever. So she has so supportive.
I wonder, could there be a possibility this man could maybe do something with Millennium in the future?
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. We're gonna manifest it. It's
I was
gonna
gonna
happen.
say,
It's gonna happen.
we're definitely gonna manifest it.
Yes.
So,
Yes, but first off, we gotta make sure you manifest what's happening in NYC. You are into that one. But
Exactly.
again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to Leuthero and Maribel for all that you're doing for the EDM community. You with your incredible music, and you with your work in Steve's promo and Heard It Here First. We truly appreciate you so freaking much. And to everyone watching, thank you so much for watching. This is Leuthero Jr. signing out. Peace.